and I'm so excited to get on this journey. I can't believe this is my life. That's what I was talking to Jesse on the phone, and I was just telling him like I get to live this life. This is my life. Like, this is my life. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I know I haven't been on in a while, and honestly it's because things have been pretty quiet in regard to my law school journey. After I submitted my seat deposit, I didn't really hear anything back from the school for a while until I think last week is when things started picking up again. So I wanted to get on here and show you guys and kind of tell you guys what happens after you commit to a law school. Like, what's the next step? Obviously, the first day of school is set on a specific date, but I wanted to tell you guys and kind of show you guys what happens in between your commitment and the first day of law school. But once I decided which school I chose, and I chose school B. If you didn't see my decision making and kind of my pro-con list, I'll link that video down below so you can check that out. But I did choose school B in DC, so I will be staying in the area, thank God. I received an email from them with instructions on how I could submit my seat deposit online, which is the way I did it. I didn't want to mail a check or anything like that. I just completed it online. I paid, it was $400 for the seat deposit. I paid that, and that's basically you saying I commit to this school and I'm planning on going here. There isn't really anything like that you sign, like, yes, I'm going to this school, and you sign your name. No, there's nothing really like that. It's just you complete your seat deposit, you pay it, and that's kind of just putting, you know, your money where your mouth is and saying, okay, this is a school that I'm going to. So I turned in my seat deposit on, I think it was either the first or second week of July. Now we're in the last week of July. So last week, like the third week of July, so I didn't hear anything back for like 2 weeks. I got an email from, I don't know what department it was, but basically it was just like my email, my login, my student ID number. In this folder, it's taken me a while to fill it out, but basically it's a whole bunch of forms, and I want to just go through briefly. One of them is a residency form, just saying that I live in where I live, so that I can get the right tuition amount. So basically they have 3 different types of tuitions. One is if you're completely out of state. 2, if you live in the DC metro area, which is like Montgomery, PG, I think a few counties in Virginia, they'll consider you for the DC metro rate. And then there's a DC resident rate. And obviously I don't live in DC, I live in Montgomery County, so I get the DC metro rate. And when I logged into my account online, I saw that I was being charged an out-of-state tuition. So that's what really prompted me to look into all the forms that I needed to fill out, which I did, which led me here. The first one was my FAFSA, which I actually filled that out a while ago when I decided to apply to law school. I filled that out. But the first one on here is the financial aid application, and they just ask general questions about your application. Then I applied for a scholarship, and I had to write like a little tidbit about my financial history, I guess, or like my current financial situation. And then I needed a Title IV release for non-institutional charges. And I think this form is just for you to authorize that the school can use the loan money for tuition, and then you get the reimbursement. And then the last one was the scholarship retention policy, and I just needed basically to sign that. And just for everyone to know that what the expectations are in regard to your loan and scholarship money. It took me like 2 full days to get through all those forms. I had to scan them in and send them to the necessary departments. For the residency, it was the registrar's office, and then all the financial aid was obviously the financial aid office. But just trying to figure out the right person to contact, figure out who to send it to, faxing, scanning, all that just took a really long time. We got our book list, and I wanted to get started on it quickly because for one of the books, the first book is called Evicted. I've been writing notes in because we're gonna have to write a book review on it, and I wanted to take notes obviously to make sure that after I read the book. I don't just forget everything or where it is in the book because I have to cite it in my book review. So this is the first book. It's called Evicted. It's by Matthew Desmond. Right, I always confuse that. I always say Desmond Matthew instead of Matthew Desmond, but it is Matthew Desmond. And then the second book is a book by John Grisham, and it's The Street Lawyer. It's this book. So for the first book, I have to write a book review. And for the second book, I don't. I just have to read it. So I've been reading this book because I'm leaving on vacation on August 1st, and I really want to get the book review, at least the outline and rough draft, done before I go, and obviously finish reading it. And then that way, when I'm on my cruise, I can read this book, and I can kind of read it more leisurely than I am this one because I don't have to take notes and stuff like that. I just need to read it to understand and obviously be able to talk about it. As of now, just getting all the forms taken care of, getting in contact with the right people to make sure I have all my paperwork in and ready to go because I am going on vacation, and figuring out all the books, getting them read, getting everything situated. That way when I come back from vacation, I'm not stressed out because I'll be gone from August 1st to the 6th, and then I'll have obviously the 7th and 8th off and I can prepare, and then I have orientation from the 9th until the 17th, and then it's the weekend, just a Saturday and Sunday, and then I start school on the 20th. So things are like picking up really quickly, and I'm really excited, but I'm also really nervous. But this morning they sent over a bunch of documents, and one of the attachments included kind of like how to get the most out of your class time and more information on the Socratic method. And that really calmed me down because they said the Socratic method isn't for you to come into class and just know everything. It's really for you to digest the information and be able to talk about it. But even if you're wrong, it's okay. So that calmed me down just a little bit, to know that I don't have to know exactly everything. I just need to be able to talk about it and have a minimal understanding. So that's calmed me down. Next thing I received was the orientation schedule, and I want to share that with you guys. Oh my god, I've been waiting for this all summer. I'm such a planner and I like to be ahead of the game and like know what's coming. I don't like not knowing what's coming. So really the orientation schedule, it starts out with a breakfast with the dean, which is exciting. Then there's a financial Q&A. There's professional headshots. We get a lunch break every single day. And then there's some DC Bar Lawyers Assistance Program. We get our student IDs and parking information. We learn more about the library and like the services that are available at the library. We're learning more about the registrar, learning about career services. We'll have a tour. And then we have a class. So we do take a 1-credit class with the founder of the school, and it's called Law and Justice. Oh my god, I'm so excited about it because it really does. I feel like for my undergrad in social work, we talked a lot about systems. We talked a lot about the oppressions that are in our society, that are in the structures of our society. But I'm a person that likes solutions. I want to know how to solve the problems. And we didn't really get into like how can we solve it. We just identified it and talked about it and, you know, brainstormed some here and there. But I feel like with this law degree, I'm really going to learn the tools to be able to solve the problems that I see and that I'm passionate about. And I feel like my social work degree has really prepared me to this point where I'm going to be like propelled to the next step of learning, you know, solutions and the tools to find those solutions. So I'm so excited. But anyway, I digress. So we are taking that class and we are going to get 1 credit for it. It's Law and Justice. And it's like 2 hours, kind of like every other day or every third day. So on the first Saturday, we're going to be taking that class, and it's a 3-hour class. And then the next week, we're going to learn about lawyering processes, academic success, ethics, and professional responsibility. We're going to continue with our Law and Justice class. We're going to have something about the bar, some session about the bar exam. We're going to take a criminal law class. Oh, I didn't even see that before. We're gonna have a lunch and panel with some judges in DC, which is so cool. And then the last thing is we're gonna have a reception and ceremony with the dean. So I am so looking forward to this orientation. I'm so excited. I feel like the last 2 weeks have been kind of chill because I haven't been working and I haven't really heard anything from the law school. So not that I forgot I was going to law school, but I kind of forgot like everything that's coming. And when she sent this over, I got like excited all over again. So I'm really excited. But anyway, so then the next thing I got was my fall book list. Lord, I counted up these books and it's over $1,000 worth of books for the first semester, which I knew it was coming, and it's not like I'm paying for it out of pocket. Obviously, I'm gonna have the loan money to pay for it, but it's still like freaky. So basically we have a few books for each class: civil procedures, contracts, criminal law, lawyering process, legal research, and torts. That'll be my classes for the first semester, and we have books that go accordingly with that. So that was exciting to get. I'm obviously not going to get the books until the semester starts, or at least until I'm midway through orientation and kind of have a better understanding of everything. Just because I don't want to waste my money, or I want to know the right places to get the books. So I'm waiting on that, finishing the books that I have to read before orientation, and then I'll get those books once I've kind of settled into orientation. In addition to the actual books that I'm reading over summer break, that I have to be prepared for orientation, the last thing are some cases that they sent over. So for each class that we're taking during orientation, I guess it's just the criminal law, lawyering process, and the law and justice class, we have cases that we need to read for each class in addition to the books that we were assigned. So they sent over this case brief template, which is so cool. And it basically, and I know like I'm going to watch this video a year from now and be like, that was not cool. But for me, it's exciting because this is the first time I'm looking at any of this. And I did take political science classes and law classes at UMBC, but we never got into it like where we would need case briefs and stuff like that. And I've obviously watched other like law student vloggers on YouTube, and they always talk about this, and I've just been excited to see it for myself. So it basically breaks it down into different categories. It gives a section for you to write your notes when you first read the case, and then when you go to class and you discuss it, you can add extra notes. That's what these two different columns are. And then it just breaks it down by title, cause of action, like the legal theory, the facts, like just stating the important facts of the case, the procedural posture, the issues of the case, the holding, the reasoning, the rules of law, concurrences, and any open-ended questions I guess the student has, whoever's reading the case. Basically, to wrap everything up, what happens after you submit your seat deposit and decide on a school, you'll get a bunch of forms to fill out in regard to financial aid and the registrar and all that kind of stuff. You will get summer reading. I'm not sure if every school does this, but I'm pretty sure a lot of schools assign summer reading. You'll get more information about orientation, and that's pretty much it. I hope my next video will be a Q&A, and then the video after that will be my reaction to orientation and, you know, kind of updating you guys everything after that. So if you have questions for me, please leave them down below. I'm also going to ask questions on my Instagram. So if you guys follow me on there, it's just at Jennifer Catherine K. You can ask me questions there, but I'm so excited, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are going into law school or just school in general this fall, I wish you the best of luck, and I'm so excited to get on this journey. I can't believe this is my life. That's what I was talking to Jesse on the phone, and I was just telling him like I get to live this life. This is my life. Like, this is my life. I'm so excited, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.